And yeah, sure. And it'd be something that I wasn't expecting. I mean, I got off on some weird paths along the way, hosting game shows on television, appearing in soap operas on television, doing so many crazy things that I've done that it just happened. It wasn't planned. Oh, I didn't plan it. Somebody planned it, but I didn't plan it.
Next.
Well, first, thank you for everything. My name is Isabella.
Where are you from, Isabella?
I'm from South Carolina, but I live here now.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to know if you could tell any Minnie Pearl stories. I know that you used to always say, "Good night, Miss Minnie Pearl," and I wanted to know if you had any really cool stories about her and if you could tell about that.
Minnie Pearl. Minnie
Talk
Pearl
about
stories.
Minnie Pearl?
Yeah.
Oh, I could talk about Minnie Pearl all day. You're from South Carolina? I was born there. Where in South Carolina are you from?
Charleston.
Charleston. You ever heard of Columbia?
Yes, sir.
I was born there 147 years ago. I could talk about Minnie. Thank you for asking about that. I loved Minnie Pearl. Got to know her fairly well. Grew up, listening to her, laughing at her humor, and loving her as a performer. And then when I got to know her as a person, she was so wonderful. The last time I ever saw Minnie Pearl, we were doing 2 Opry shows. This was a Saturday night years ago when there used to be an early Opry show and a later Opry show. Minnie Pearl had already been on the late show. She was on the early part of the late show because she was getting up in years and she didn't stay as late as some of us. She was leaving for the night. I was coming back into the building to do my part of the second show. And we passed each other in the hallway. Minnie Pearl never called me Bill. She called me Bill Anderson. Every time she'd say, I was Bill Anderson. We're walking down the hall and she reaches out and she touches my arm and she kind of grips it. And she just looks at me and she says, Bill Anderson, I love you. I said, Minnie Pearl, I love you too. I didn't know it at the time, but that's the last time I saw her. There is a big picture of Minnie Pearl just as you come in the artist entrance of this building. Every night when I leave, and when I leave here tonight, I look at that picture and I say, good night, Minnie Pearl, I love you. I can't leave the building without saying I love you.
Great question.
Thank you.
And now we're all crying. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that.